Ahead for Jacksonville State volleyball, the final non-conference weekend of the season. Almost time to get into Ohio Valley Conference play, but first a trip to Auburn to see former Jacksonville State head coach Rick Nold. Three games, 3 matches down there this weekend. And Coach Gamble, you go in. You've won 5 out of 6 now, or excuse me, 5 out of 7
yep.
Coming in. Good weekend last weekend at Ole Miss. You won 2 out of 3, and then a 5-set thriller in Montgomery over Alabama State this week too.
Yeah, we're working really hard. Last weekend was a proving point to the girls, what I've been stressing, that we can play with pretty much anybody in the country. Ole Miss was 9-0 going into our match, and we beat them the first set, and we actually had a swing to go up 24-23 in the second set. And I think if we could have got that swing to hit the ground, the outcome might have been different. But we played our hearts out, and it showed the girls that we can play with anybody. And we turned around the next day and beat Mercer again. And we didn't play our best that day, and we still figured out a way to do it. And then last night we really struggled. It was one of those that we struggled, but again, we found a way to win, and that's saying a lot for the girls' effort and for them caring about what they want to do on the court.
3 weeks ago, a match like that one against Alabama State, you probably wouldn't have been mature enough to play through it and win the match.
No, absolutely not. I think the first weekend, I don't take away from the teams that we lost to, but I think if we played Georgia State now, it'd be a different outcome. I think Southeastern Louisiana would be a different outcome. And again, I'm not taking anything away from them, but we're a whole different team. We're completely different. We're the kids are used to me a little bit more, not completely, but a little bit more. I think they're starting to believe in themselves and our system, and you can see them get better at that, and that's a good thing. When you win games not playing well, it means that you're working hard and you care about the system, in my opinion.
It was a loss, but the Ole Miss match, was that arguably your best match of the year?
Oh, it was by far our best match of the year. And it was a loss, and I was disappointed in a loss. You and I talk all the time. I think this team can beat anybody on any given day. But to watch us compete at that level and compete hard, we were in every game, and, we gave them everything that they wanted. So, yeah, it was, it was a good effort by us, and it was a good volleyball match. But, yeah, it was still a loss, in my opinion.
You get some recognition, a reward this week for your setter, Jennifer Hart, the OVC Setter of the Week.
Yeah, we did, and that's a good thing. We could have had 3 kids. Nicole, Murgetta has been great. She's been our rock all year.
A lot of leadership from her.
Oh, Mike, she's leading the team, not only on the court but off the court. But on the court, like last night again, we struggled, and she hit 3-something, and the week before she hit 3-something and 4-something. So, it's coming to expect Nicole to hit in the 300s every day, and she's doing it, and that's just a great achievement. And Sammy did a great job defensively, over the weekend, and she's coming into her own. So we just keep getting better, and I hope that continues.
This weekend at Auburn, Northwestern State, then Auburn and Florida A&M.
It's just an easy one.
I know. This tournament compared to the others competition, is it going to be tougher, as tough as what you've seen so far?
It's going to be every bit as tough as what we've seen. Auburn just went last night 5 sets with Florida State, who's ranked in the top 5. So they're going to be pretty good. Northwestern State is pick number 2 in the Southland. I'm very familiar with them. They're very good. He was a very good coach, very good team. I've been watching film on them all day. So, another good team that we're going to play. And, the interesting part when Florida A&M is their record doesn't show it, but they took a game off of Wisconsin last week. And Wisconsin's a top 5 team, and when I called and did our checking on them, everybody's telling me, no, they're legit. They're just playing. They've played Texas, they played Central Florida, they've played Wisconsin, so they're playing all the big boys. So they're a good team. They're athletic, really, really athletic. So yeah, it's going to be another one of those fun weekends.
The good news is, once you get through this weekend, finally you'll get to play here at Pete Matthews Coliseum.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, besides practice, if the girls know that we actually play at home. It's been we haven't played here yet. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I know the community is. I'm hearing people going, yeah, we're coming out to watch. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that, especially for the girls. The girls deserve that support. They're working hard. So, that's a good thing.
Thank you, sir. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
One of the 2 seniors on the Jacksonville State squad, Victoria Cross. Let's talk a little bit about some volleyball here.
Let's talk volleyball.
Tough start to the season, but now the last few weeks have been very good for you ladies.
Yes, very good. We are slowly but surely getting to where we would like to be.
all of these youngsters, you and Nicole, the only two seniors. I mean, do you feel like an old woman when you're at practice or around volleyball?
Oh, yes. Everyone's always, when we do stretches, everyone's always like, oh, and I'm like, don't. I'm way older than you. I hurt. You don't. But, yes, definitely old person status.
All right. You did it a little bit differently. You came here from junior college. That really doesn't happen a whole lot in volleyball. Was it a transition from junior college to play in Division I?
Absolutely. It was actually really hard for me to transition coming in as an older girl and not having really the connections that the freshmen make when they come in as a class. The pace of the game is different. Just everything about it's different. You have leadership, whereas in junior college, sophomores are your oldest girls. So I was expected to go from leadership to leadership. It was a very interesting transition. But I had a lot of fun. Missed my junior college days. They were good for me, but I love it here also. So.
You're from Colorado. You went to Kansas. You're still close to home in junior college at Dodge City. How did you end up at Jacksonville State?
I actually started researching schools in Alabama and Florida and California. For some reason, those are the states that appealed to me. Came out on a visit here, loved the girls, loved the campus, and it just clicked. So
the rest is history. All right. Injured last year, the first part of the season, the first 5 or 6 matches, and then you were injured and out for the rest of the year. Was that the first time you'd been through that? How tough was that on you?
Oh, it was awful. Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, had to have surgery. I woke up from my surgery and my doctor said that's the worst ankle I've ever seen. And he does that surgery all the time. I actually got hurt again in preseason. I'm going to have another surgery after this season for my knee. So I'm just really on the struggle bus right now with my body, but it was a good lesson, and it made me really appreciate being able to play the sport this year. So.
All right, you'd only been here 1 year under the previous staff, so with a new staff coming in, it wasn't quite as much an adjustment, I don't guess, for you, was it, as it was for some of them who had played in that system for 3 years?
It was actually. So Coach Gamble is my 4th coach in 4 years. So 4 years of college volleyball, he's my 4th coach, and he's been the hardest coach to adjust to because his expectations of us are not only on the court, but off the court. And so it's been really good for us to see kind of how we can grow, like not only as players, but as leaders in the community. And so he's been a really good but tough transition from all the rest of them.
All right, speaking of tough, and I visited with Nicole, we talked about this. I was at practice the first couple of practices when the preseason workouts began. Did you think, hey, volleyball, it was a little bit tough out there because there wasn't a ball on the floor for a while. It was just drills.
It was just drills. It was hard. I'm one of those weirdos who loves it, though. I'm really into working out, so I really enjoyed preseason, had a really good time with it. But we still get in the weight room every morning, so we still get all of our conditioning and stuff in. But it was tough. Hardest preseason I've been through.
But that has helped, I would think, now, especially after that first weekend with what you went through there. But going back to the preseason, that has helped you battle back through this and get to where you are right now, correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It made us tough mentally and physically and emotionally. When it comes down to it and we have to work through something, we will work through it. And we just think of preseason, think of how hard we had to work to get through that. And that's been really helpful to our mental game as well. And
I would think with the way you've improved so far as a team, you're going to continue to improve throughout the year.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see what we can do. Playing Ole Miss last weekend was unbelievable to watch. We just really were just clicking and really moving together as a team. And so it's the last non-conference weekend, so we're excited when conference comes up, really see what we can do. So.
All right. I know you don't eat the same things everybody else. Have you had any barbecue lately or since you've been in Alabama?
No, actually not. I stick to the 3 main food groups, turkey, eggs, and Quest bars.
Whatever. All right.
Those are my main 3.
Thank you, ma'am. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.